Are you giving away your hard-earned equity each time you sell your home? Over the years, you've owned and sold homes, typically increasing in value each time, or at least that's always your intent, 2008 real estate crisis aside, and each time you had to pay a percentage of your growing investment for the privilege of selling it. That percentage would conveniently and painlessly be extracted on the closing sheet while inconspicuously eroding the equity of your hard-earned investment. That thought has probably always been in the back of your mind and never seemed to make sense. Which makes you think, who has been taking the risk, paying the mortgage, paying the taxes, maintaining and improving the property? That would be you. You didn't see any real estate agents by your side contributing to any of those activities. And with some quick bond-sop math, that's back of napkin, seat of pants, assuming an average home of $250,000 at a 6% commission, that represents $15,000 in equity that you'd have to give away for that home. Now, if you take that $15,000 and multiply it by 6 houses that you've sold in the past, that's $90,000. Man, $90,000. What could you have done with $90,000? Well, buy a much-needed car, take awesome trips, pay off loans, reinvest for the future, get the kids through college. The list undoubtedly is endless. Okay, in fairness, real estate agents do provide a level of service, and like any of us, deserve to get paid for their services. A little more bond-sop math would suggest the following. Agents will tell you, on average, they spend approximately 20 hours to list and sell a home. Assuming this is a top-notch agent at $100 per hour, which equates to $200,000 per year, it seems a fair fee would be somewhere around $2,000. Now take that $2,000 times the 6 properties, you'd be looking at $12,000. That would still leave you with $78,000 to buy that much needed car, take awesome trips, pay off loans, reinvest for the future. Now I know what you're thinking, we've all heard it many times as well, but do you realize I have to pay my broker? Do you know how hard I work? I have to pay my own expenses. I have to work nights and weekends, always working on other people's time. Do you know how difficult some customers can be? In the world of business, those are simply called personal issues. From a home seller's perspective, those aren't our problems. So why in the world do we continue complying with this costly and seemingly outdated approach to selling our home? 2 main reasons come to mind. One, we never realized how much it was actually costing us. Never stopped to think what we were really paying for and the level of service actually being provided. 2, they've got us believing this is a very complex and daunting process that only real estate agents are qualified to navigate. So these are the top 2 reasons we've probably continued to give away our hard-earned equity to sell our homes. Which of these do you agree with? What else would you add? How would you rank them in priority order? On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being least and 5 being most, what's the degree of pain each one causes? We should really think about that. Okay, if we stop and think about it for a moment, the simple keys to selling our home are making sure to set the right price, it's looking good, potential buyers know about it, and we have a straightforward checklist of simple things that we need to do that have been done over and over again for many homes throughout the years. And oh yeah, we've got to make sure to get it into the sacred grail of the real estate industry, the MLS. None of these are that difficult in this day and age of technology and easy access to information. So it's simply a matter of demystifying the daunting process to provide clarity for the homeowner to get back into the director's chair, transferring control back into the hands of those that have the most at stake, so we can make the decisions that are in our best interest, shifting back from being directed to being the director. Okay, but how? What are our options? We could use a traditional full-fee company, but we're certainly not going to save money, and the service is always unpredictable. Or we could try a cut-rate fee company, but we know we'd get cut-rate service and have to take on the lion's share of the work. What are your thoughts? Are there any other options or other approaches that you've thought of? What's the best one that you currently use today? What's working and not working with your current approach? It's definitely worth thinking about because there's a better alternative that you may not have heard of. A new, refreshing approach from TRELORA, elevating the future of real estate, providing consistently high-quality service that we always expect but seems harder and harder to find these days. From a true team of real estate professionals, each specializing in a critical area of the transaction, as opposed to relying on one lone independent agent. Engaged with the latest information and technology at their fingertips to better service, passing the efficiency savings onto us. It's definitely worth our time checking out the future of real estate at TRELORA.com. Thanks.